Welcome to this edition of the Ultimate Combat Experience. I'm Mike Stidham, joined as always by Big Phil Henderson with the big white shirt. Got a great lineup for you tonight. We got a big group coming down from Elko, Nevada. These guys have been here before, not these particular fighters, but we've seen this team before. Coach McLeod's got quite the team going out there with the High Desert Hitmen. Tough guys. What do you know about them?
Man, the High Desert Hitmen, Mike, they're training all the time with Coach McLeod. They're wrestling, they're boxing, they're jiu-jitsu. They really have no holes in their game, and they've been running through all the Utah kids so far. Okay,
we got some other fighters on the card. In fact, one of them, Eddie Pelczynski, holds the record, the world record for the fastest knockout in MMA anywhere. Happened right here in the Ultimate Combat Experience ring. Coming back, who's he fighting?
Eddie Pelczynski has a 3-second knockout, Mike, but he's fighting a tough kid in Faucett. Ooh, that's going to be a battle, I think.
That, I think, is going to be the fight of the night. We've seen both these guys. They both look very good. But your main event features a rematch. A couple guys we know a little bit about. Who are they?
It's a grudge match, Mike, and it's a rematch between Jerome Hatch and the Sugarloaf, Mike Crisman. And Mike Crisman's making this one personal this time.
Well, I don't know how personal it is. These guys are friends outside of the cage, but they're ready to mix it up. But we got a lot of action before we get to that. It's the Ultimate Combat Experience coming right at you.
3, 2, 1. The Ultimate Combat Experience starts now.
Warriors of the ultimate fight. Get in the ring for the ultimate flight. I say we warriors of the ultimate fight. Get in the ring for the ultimate flight. I say we warriors of the ultimate fight. Get in the ring for the ultimate flight. I say we warriors of the ultimate fight. Get in the ring for the ultimate flight.
In your lightweight division, we're going to see the first of the Elko crew we talked so much about in the show open. The High Desert Hitmen, Hoots coming out here. Who's he fighting?
He's fighting Robert Elsbury, and this is Robert's first fight, but he says he's ready to go. He's been training in martial arts most of his life, and he doesn't care if this guy's a cowboy or not. He's going to break him.
All right. Lightweight nose bar, check it out. Breaking cowboys ain't that easy, Phil. I'm telling you, I know from first-hand experience over there on Brokeback Mountain.
Well, I don't know anything about Brokeback Mountain, Mike, but this Robert Keebler Elsbury, traditional mixed martial artist, he might use a little bit of that in the cage.
Coming out with the gi pants on, 5'4", 155 pounds. Calls himself a street fighter, but we got it on the inside track. He does a little karate.
Oh, he's going up against Pookie Hoops. Training out there with those Elko High Desert Hitman. That's a tough team out there, Mike.
So I hear. Pookie, 5'7", 155 pounds, as you mentioned. The High Desert Hitmen crew, they've been bringing out some pretty well-rounded fighters. They've got really no weaknesses in their game that we've seen. Their stand-up is good, their ground is good, and their wrestling is exceptional. Coach McLeod over there getting them ready for that.
Well, that's what I was also going to say, Mike. Their coaching is very good. You know, they really have a lot of unity on their team over there.
Well, you see right here, man, oh man. Well, you know, traditional martial arts has its place, I think, somewhere. I just don't know that it belongs in the cage.
Yeah, Mike.
And I don't mean that to insult anybody. I'm just sliding punches and back fists aren't going to cut it. You see right here that Elsbury's doing a pretty good job of just being tough. And, you know, he took a really hard shot to start things off, and he's just trying to punch his way through now.
Well, he punched his way through, and he's in the guard now, Mike. But with the karate background, does he even know he's in the guard? I guess that's what you're getting at.
I think he probably thinks he's just being held.
Oh, well, he's not being held.
He thinks they're spooning. Well, you know, you can't take anything away from Elsbury in terms of toughness. This kid's come out, he came to fight, and he's pushing the action. He tried one of those karate kicks right there that didn't work out so good for him, but physically he's outmatched. It looks like technically he's possibly a little bit outmatched, but man, he's got a heart the size of a lion.
Oh, but Pookie Hoops is beating that heart right out of him, Mike. He just dropped him there like,
oh man.
He went for the kick and slipped. Maybe this will change the tide.
There was a swing and a miss and then a swing and a miss. They couldn't decide what to do there. I think this fight's over, my friend.
Yeah, I think it is too, Mike. This Pookie Hoops kid, if he's like the other high desert hitman, he's got some ground skills here. And oh, he pushed him up. He wants to keep going.
Pushed him up, stood up, and punched him, which he knows is against the rules. And Dave Sully said, happy to remind him. But my man, Robert Elsbury's face is starting to show signs of, well, he's in a full contact fight. That's what it's showing.
Yeah, he is. Oh, those are hard knees there.
Oh,
hard
man,
knees,
4 or 5 of them. That should do it right there. I can't imagine Dave letting this go on much longer.
Oh,
and
Elsbury tapped out, actually.
As expected, Dave Sully said, coming in with a big tackle right there, letting Pookie Hoops know, hey, I'm the boss in this here cage.
Well, these high desert hitmen are here to impress, Mike. They sure are.
Well, if they're not here to impress, they're doing it anyway. Look at that. Oh, Robert Elsbury looked a little better, I should say, but nobody has ever looked more beautiful than that man right there with the big 10-gallon hat on.
Oh, he is a cowboy, Mike. He is a cowboy.
Great Clips is home of the $10 haircut. Also pick up $10 UCE tickets only at participating locations.
Yeah, those high desert hitmen, they're no joke. They've been winning every fight that they've had down here besides for one controversial decision. What are your plans for the future, buddy? Or is this just a one-time thing? This was your first fight, or what's up?
No, I'll probably be back.
All right, cool. I'd love to see you back, man. Tonight you were good, just not good enough, but thanks for being part of the experience, Robert.
Okay, thanks.
Celerity Investments. If you have a vision, we can assist. Go to investwithcelerity.com to find out how.
I just gone beat up somebody. Now I'm still mad. Pookie, you drove a long way. You only fought for less than 2 minutes. How does it feel, man?
Feels great. This is my first fight. I've been doing a lot of technique work with Coach McLeod, which I'd like to thank both my coaches, Coach McLeod, Jeff Watson, my sponsors from Elko, J.M. Capriola's. I got a sponsor that's here ringside, Kim. I'd really like to give you all the gratitude and thanks. I'm just here for a good time, and that's what I had.
Well, Pookie proved he's not some cowboy easily broken. Come out here, did his thing tonight. What are your thoughts on the fight?
Well, Elsbury did take a beating, Mike, and he didn't give up at first. You know, he kept going and going and going. I got to give the guy a little bit of credit, but the Cowboy's just a little too much for him tonight.
We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Don't go anywhere. In your lightweight division, my personal pick for the fight of the night, Eddie Pelczynski and Rod Faucett coming out here. I'm telling you, these guys match up great. Who are they, Phil?
Oh, man, Eddie Pelczynski, Mike, 3-second knockout last time he was out here. How do you do better than that?
2-second knockout. That's how you do it. Let's check it out. Lightweight, Hillsbar, check it out.
It's easier said than done, I would say, Phil. I don't think we're going to see any 2-second knockouts in this fight. As you can see, both these guys match up physically very, very well. Eddie Winsky Pelczynski, training with Hank Weiss and the boys down there at Bot Ring Jiu Jitsu, I imagine. 5'8", 155 pounds. He calls himself independent, but he's training with those guys.
Yeah, he is. He's going up against a tough kid in Rock and Rod Faucett, Mike. This guy can fight. This guy can fight.
No, every time we've seen him, he has come on and put on a show. He's 5'10", 176 pounds. Trains at the Knuckleheads gym down there. You know, people after seeing Eddie Pelczynski walk away with a 3-second knockout, they're not giving Rod Faucett much of a chance. That's because you have short memories. You don't remember who this kid is. He is a tough kid.
Well, let's see what goes on here, Mike. Maybe it'll be 4 seconds, 5 seconds.
Oh, man, Pelczynski trying to do what he does and knock you out and landed some pretty big shots, but you saw Rod Faucett able to take those shots rather easily and looked like he almost threw Pelczynski, but Pelczynski able to, almost had his back for a minute there.
Yeah, Pelczynski countered with the wizard throw there, Mike, and had his back there for a second, but couldn't get it. Now he's in the guard.
That is some great action to start this fight. Kind of a contrast to the last fight we saw that was just fists and cuffs going all over the place. These two right here, this is a really good chess match going on.
And Mike, we're only about 30 seconds into this fight, and it's already lasted 10 times longer than Eddie's last fight. So maybe we'll see if he's got stamina.
Well, I'm just saying from looking at him, the kid looks like he's in great shape. And a little birdie told me, and that birdie being Hank Device Weiss, says, this kid is hard for me to handle. I weigh almost 200 pounds, and he goes, and he doesn't want to stop going when we train.
I can't imagine anyone being hard for Hank Device Weiss to be handled by.
I think Hank was just being gracious. Lord Weiss was being gracious because the Lord Weiss, you know, he could make putty out of any of these guys.
Yes, he could. 2 at a time, Mike. 2 at a time. That's the rumor.
No doubt about it. The action's slowing down just a little bit, but, you know, it's not because things aren't going on. For those of you who are kind of new to the mixed martial arts game, there are a lot of jockeying for position going on here, a lot of tactical things happening underneath there. A little bit difficult for you to see, but you can see that Rod Faucett's he's dropping some little short elbows on the side of the head of Pelczynski, and Pelczynski trying to improve his position. Being pressed up against the cage are not the best place to be.
Mike, I was very impressed with Rod Faucett's elbows there. He was working short elbows and close elbows. He did some damage there.
Oh, he might have done some damage, but he might have left something behind too. Pelczynski looking for an arm lock here. I don't know if he's going to get it, but wow, 1 minute left. He might have it. He might have plenty of time to get this thing on.
Well, Pelczynski looking for the armbar. Faucett's still dropping some elbows in there, Mike. I like that type of action.
Hey, and that's the way you fight off an armbar or a triangle choke, in my opinion. You strike your way out of it, and that's what Faucett's doing right here. He knows that that's not a real super comfortable position for Pelczynski to be in, so he's happy to drop a knee here and there, drop an elbow, and throw a punch when he can.
Yeah, he is. Mike, he was doing some nice knees to the back and liver area there on Pelczynski. He's still dropping some, and Pelczynski's not going to get this armbar right now. I don't see it happening. Faucett's staying tough in the pocket.
Well, you can see Pelczynski's posture softening with every one of those knees. You know, he put that arm lock on originally, and it looked like he was in a really strong position to get it, but you just kind of see the wind's been taken out of his sails, if you will, and Faucett just kind of striking his way through.
Faucett's a little smashing machine, Mike. I'm impressed with this kid.
Yeah, he's been very impressive, and he's going to finish off the round with a nice shot or two to the head of Eddie Pelczynski. Now, that right there is a very difficult round to score because Pelczynski was attempting a submission that entire time, but he took a beating that entire time, and it really, that's a very subjective round. I know Pelczynski probably feels like, I didn't feel like I won that round, it's like a hidden headlock.
I kind of got to give that round to Faucett, Mike. I know Pelczynski was attempting a submission, never had a close submission on, though. Now here we go for round 2. Faucett using his jab and setting up, going into a shot, Mike.
Immediately trying to take Pelczynski down once again. I think he was happy with where he was last round on top of Pelczynski for most of the round, and finds himself right back in that position now with Pelczynski once again pressed up against the cage.
Now, Mike, I don't know how long Pelczynski's been training jiu-jitsu and stuff. I don't like what I saw there. He was turned away from his opponent instead of turning in, trying to re-guard or get a half guard. Or maybe he's just trying to blow up to his feet. I don't know. But I really didn't like what I saw there.
Well, I will make sure and let him know.
Don't let him know, Mike. I don't want to be in the 3-second club. But
yeah.
I would like to see him facing more towards his opponent, trying to get a guard or re-guarding, and we'll see what happens.
Your girlfriend told me you were president of the 3-second club, Phil.
It's actually the 8-second club, Mike. 8 seconds.
Different club?
Different club.
Well, you see back to the action here. Rod Faucett, really this is, aside from the fact he's not in any danger of being submitted, this is a continuation of round number 1 where he's on top, dropping knees, dropping elbows, doing things that cannot be very comfortable for Eddie Pelczynski underneath.
No, it doesn't look like Eddie's having a good picnic there today, Mike. He's not having his 3-second picnic this week. He's having to work for this fight. I'm telling you, I'm impressed with this Faucett kid. He is a ground and pounder.
I don't know where you come up with those things, the picnic and that's funny. Faucett is maintained inside control, though. You see Pelczynski trying to pull guard, and he'll either drop a knee in his way or put his hand down there, and continues to barrage the body with punches and knees. Now finally Pelczynski gets on his feet and wants to throw some shots there, only to be told you can't, not till your opponent gets up.
Yeah, those were shots from standing, and the legend, the Marlboro Man, Lonnie Foster.
The former Marlboro Man.
Former Marlboro.
The original.
He looks like it.
The original Marlboro Man.
And here they go. This round's kind of a little even.
Hey, look at Pelczynski throwing those shots, and he's throwing them with bad intentions. He's landing them, you saw he rocked Rod Faucett right there. His knees rocked, and Faucett wisely shoots in and takes Pelczynski back down to the mat.
Yeah, Faucett's getting the takedown and controls, but Pelczynski's definitely, in my book, a better striker, Mike.
Well, he showed right there that he was, that's for sure. I mean, in that exchange, he was getting the best of it, no doubt about it. However, Faucett's not a bad striker himself. He's a busy striker on the ground, which is what I think has been his saving grace thus far in this fight.
Oh, it looks like Faucett's trying to step over for an armbar. Eddie Pelczynski's kind of facing the wrong way. Oh, no, now he's getting up to his knees, Mike. Let's see if Faucett can finish this.
Faucett's got some sort of a triangle on the head or something. I'm not sure what he's got there. But he's got his head stuck between his legs. But this is, again, vintage Faucett pounding away at the body. And, wow, we are going to see a round number 2. You see Paul Tom, one of the best in the business, coming out there to give Pelczynski some words of advice before he gets going again. And, well, then what? Was I saying something?
Mike, round 3.
Oh, round 3.
Ultimate Combat has round 3s?
I didn't even know we had a round 3. That round 3 card, did you notice how clean it was? Looked brand new. I don't think it's ever been out of the pack.
I actually wasn't looking at the card when that girl was walking around, Mike. I'll admit.
You were looking at round 2, weren't you?
Oh, Pelczynski with some hard shots on Faucett's head there.
Nice 1-2 to the chin.
Faucett with a nice takedown, though. This Faucett kid's a good wrestler, Mike.
Yeah, he is. You know, and anytime he's been caught with one of those shots, he's so good at, okay, you're going to hit me, but I'm going to take you down.
Yeah, and we're back in a familiar position. He's in the guard of Eddie Pelczynski. Let's see if Pelczynski can catch him in a triangle or Kimura or armbar or something.
Well, it looks like he's trying to do something.
High.
And I think Paul Tom probably told him, man, if you get a cut underneath there, you got to be looking for submissions, and he's doing just that right here.
Oh, he's got that arm pretty tight, Mike.
Wow, Pelczynski not able to get. Whoa. What happened?
He got armbarred, Mike.
Oh my goodness, is that it?
Wow, what a reversal of fortune there.
I didn't see the tap. I don't know.
I don't think he didn't tap, Mike. The referee stopped it. Said his arm was in danger there. Faucett arguing, but
you know, Rod Faucett's not happy about that. But man, you know, you're going to come back with your limb intact, and I would rather the referees err on the side of caution than let somebody get hurt. But you see some fans are not very happy about that, and boy, I don't know if Eddie Pelczynski's even very happy about that one. So maybe we got to get this one going again. What do you say, Phil? What do you say?
I'd love to see a rematch of this fight, Mike. I'd love to see another match of this fight.
Visit Pirate Motorsports on State Street in Pleasant Grove to see some of the baddest choppers on the planet.
I thought a tap was like one of these. I was rolling through because there's the second best way to get out of an armbar. The first is don't get caught in one, of course. But then you roll through it and your arm will bend. Well, I guess my hand swung up. I guess that's a tap nowadays, so.
I don't know. You know, I think Lonnie was erring in the side of caution, but you definitely impressed me tonight. I haven't seen you fight yet. That kid over there is a tough kid, though, and you were taking it to him. I'm rarely shocked when I see these fights go down, and I was shocked. I mean, I'm not selling you short. I thought Eddie was going to run all over you, and I'm impressed with you, man. What are your plans for the future, bro?
Well, I will be back, and yes, he is a very strong kid. He hit hell hard, yeah. But I had that fight 2-0, so I'll be back. It don't matter. Oh, I would like to thank my sponsors here. Dr. Shad, great guy, got some new teeth, they look good. Monster Graphics and Quality Siding. Love you all. I'll be back. I had it.
Hey, Dr. Shad, I still got a fake one here that Chris Keever kicked down my throat. I need a new one, too. It's just not working out.
Yeah, he'll fix that up for you. He's a great guy. All of them guys there are awesome. Great chicks. They're great.
All right, man, I hate to say it to you. 2.5 rounds a night, you were good enough. But just not good enough. Thanks for being part of the experience, bro.
Thank you.
First of all, I want to give a shout out to Rod for being gracious about things. But, you know, hey, man, you've been around this game. And I know, Paul Tom, your corner's been around this game. Things go your way and things don't go your way. You won tonight. You can't take anything away from this guy right here. He came out and did what he was supposed to do, had an arm lock on, and that's what ends fights.
Yes, and he was dominating me the first 2 rounds. He's tough. I'm expecting to fight him again, but can't win them all.
I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to do this one again. That was a lot of fun to watch. That was literally one of the funnest fights I've seen in a long, long time. You came out on top, and again, there's no shame in whatever, regardless of what happened. You won. You had that arm lock on, and that there's no saying he would have gotten out of it, regardless of what happened. Controversial win, but a little different from the last time you were here. What's next for you, brother?
Well, just train harder because I don't like getting dominated, and I like to knock people out. So I want to thank Paul, Tom, Hank Weiss, and all my grappling buddies for pushing me hard at practice.
All right, you do this. You tell me when you're ready to do that one again, because I personally want to see it. I'm going to tell you right now, thank you so much for doing a great job tonight. Congratulations.
Let's do it next weekend, whenever you want.
Right, man. Well, little controversy here in the cage tonight. Didn't get his 2-second knockout, but Eddie Pelczynski walking away with a win nonetheless.
Yes, but Rod Faucett was walking all over Eddie Pelczynski, which shocked me, Mike. I was shocked by that.
Well, you know, everybody was here, and really, Rod Faucett's fans are a little bit upset about how things went down, but that's the way it goes sometimes. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Don't go anywhere. In your welterweight division, a new and improved Gator/PG Strangler. Jason Allgire coming out here to fight. Got his hands full tonight. Who's he fighting, Phil?
He's fighting Nate Gerrard, and I don't care who you are, you're going to have your hands full with Nate Gerrard, Mike.
He is really one of the up-and-coming stars in the Ultimate Combat. Welterweight Knowles Bar, check it out.
We're going to slam a couple of fights your way without any breaks here so we can get everybody in. Jason Allgire, formerly the Gator, formerly the PG Strangler, has now gone back to his roots and changed his name back to the PG Strangler because he had a 3% win record under that moniker and a 0% win record as the Gator. 5'11", 180 pounds.
Oh, Mike. The Gator's been training, though, he says he had. But he's going up against the nasty Nate Gerrard.
I'm just telling you what, this kid is a prospect. 5'8", 152 out of Vernal. He's turning heads, man. I'm telling you, this guy's going to make some noise, and I'm just happy he's making a little noise around here.
Yeah, tough customer, Mike. He's definitely one of our up-and-coming prospects in the Ultimate Combat experience, going up against Jason Allgire.
Let's quit calling him the Gator. He's the gateway. The gateway to, if you're going to be good in this sport, Gators fought everybody in the UC, and some of the toughest guys around have decided that they belong in that upper echelon of fighters by going through the gateway. And let's see right here, Nate Gerrard just stuck his foot through the gateway.
And he's mounted there, Mike, and raining down some blows on old Jason Allgire. I'm kind of surprised this fight's not over with yet.
Jason's actually putting up a game effort. We've seen him tap to a lot less than this, but he's not going to go away quite so easily. And you mentioned he has been training, and you can actually physically see it on him. You can see his body is in a little better shape than we've seen it in the past.
Well, you can see it on his shorts too, Mike. It says Strangler. Doesn't say Gator. It says Strangler. He's a new guy.
It should say the Gateway.
The Gateway. The gateway to where, Mike?
Gateway to greatness.
All right. Well, I'm actually, when I talked to Jason before this fight, he was focused. That's something you didn't see in the past. I just think he's biting off a little more than he'll ever be able to chew in Nate Gerrard.
He's never going to win a fight fighting the way he does. He fights to not get hurt. He fights to not get black eyes. He fights in such a defensive posture. You're never going to win that way. I don't know what he expects to have happen from here because he's not throwing any punches. He's just trying to not let them hit him very hard.
Yeah, Mike, Nate Gerrard raining down some punches there. You're right. You know, Jason Allgire just trying to clinch and hold. Not really trying for submissions, just kind of getting his legs in the way of those punches.
He didn't even try. I mean, there was an arm lock possibility there. I mean, he kind of feigned like he was thinking about it for a minute. But in his defense, man, I mean, Gerrard has thrown nonstop punches from the beginning of this fight till now. And I guess it probably gets old having those land on the side of your head.
Oh, that was a big shot land there from
That
Nate Gerrard, Mike.
And
Well, let's not take anything away from this Gerrard kid. He's going to town.
Yeah, I'm
He's going
telling
to
you,
town.
he's coming out and he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, and that's beating people up. And he's done that relentlessly. Old Allgire, he's hanging around, but he's not hanging around and enjoying it very much.
Although Jason's not in too much danger here, he's definitely taking a beating. Really like to see this fight get called here shortly. Though.
Yeah, I mean, you look like a beanbag under there, Allgire. You got to get up and do something.
Yeah, that should be it. Oh, that's it, Mike. That's it.
You know, at some point, Jason has to just kind of decide, you know, is he want to fight or does he want to come out and hang out with guys? But, man, let's not take it away from the performance we just saw from Nate Gerrard, because that was very, very impressive.
Another of the high desert hitmen coming out here to represent their gym out there in Elko, Nevada. This time a welterweight. Who is he?
It's Chance Elam, Mike, and Coach McLeod's real high on this guy. He says he's a tough kid and he's got a lot to prove tonight. But he's going up against a street fighter and one of the Dillards. It's Mike Dillard, so we'll see what goes down in the cage tonight.
Mike Dillard coming off a big shocking victory last time he was here. Welterweight Knowles Bar, check it out.
Well, man, it wouldn't be a UCE without one of the Dillard boys on the card. We got Gator and we got Dillards.
Can we put those together? Dillard
Hey,
versus Gator?
Now you're talking. This one just might be a matchup. The madman, Mike Dillard, 6 feet tall, 174 pounds, coming all the way down from Logan, Utah. And as we mentioned in the open there, he did have a very impressive fight.
He's coming off the knockout of his lifetime, Mike.
You know he is. And take a chance, Elam. He's here. He's ready to take a chance. Coming all the way from Elko. 5'8", 170 pounds, and we've already talked enough about the High Desert Hitmen. They're here doing their thing, and they're doing it in a big way.
Yeah, they are. They're making Elko proud, Mike. I mean, the only thing I know about Elko is the High Desert Hitmen right now, because they're just plastering their name all over the place, beating everybody up when they come to Salt Lake City.
Yeah, they're plastering their fists all over people. Right here, you see taking chances, taking no chances.
Old Mike Dillard trying to go for another knockout, Mike, after his knockout a little while ago. He just thinks he can knock anybody out.
Wouldn't you? I mean, it worked once. Why not go for it again? And it didn't quite work out for him. A very cautious approach from on Elam's part here, though. He's not really trying to rush anything and patiently looking to get that body lock on and then trying to get it dumped, but he took a couple knees in the process.
Yeah, he's taking a couple shots here, but still working for the takedown. Dillard just got folded over down there, and let's see if Dillard's got any ground game now.
That was some pretty nice work by Chance Elam. Very nice the way he set that up and then finished that takedown. Looks like he might be looking for a shoulder choke or something here. He's trying to edge that. Well, he took mount, and now things are starting to get ugly.
Yeah, he's in a full mount here, and old Mad Mike Dillard, he don't like to be on the mat, Mike. He likes to be punching people or street fighting or something.
Yeah,
That's what those Dillards are all about.
This is not his preferred place, and you see right here, wow, those are some big shots, and Robert Dillard's soon to be done with this fight, I can only imagine.
Oh, man, this High Desert Hitman Chance Elam just going to town in the full mount. He's not going to get that full mount up, Mike. He's going to get the stoppage.
That is a relentless assault by Chance Elam, and finally Dave Selstad said, I've seen enough of that, man. Mike Dillard took some big-time shots right there, and he's too proud to tap, but sometimes you got to have that referee step in and be your common sense for you. Take a chance, Elam. Man, looking good tonight.
Very impressive, Mike. Very impressive.
Mike Dillard getting a little taste of what happens when you don't train at an actual gym.
Yeah, he did, Mike. The street fighting didn't work out too well for him tonight. Chance Elam does train at a real gym. He's with those guys at High Desert Hitmen in Elko, Nevada, and they're running through us, Mike. We got to get on the phone and call somebody to fight these guys.
We got the guys. We got the guys. You stick around. It's your main event in a night that's been pretty good fights thus far. This one right here, the last time these two fought, they went 3 pretty grueling rounds with Sugarloaf coming out a little bit short. Jerome Hatch with a win there. Sugarloaf trying to avenge that loss tonight. What's going on?
Mike, Jerome Hatch Chavez, you know, he's coming in, he's fired up. He wants to take out the Sugarloaf. But the Sugarloaf's been training 3-4 hours a day, all week long, just training to be a better fighter, Mike. So let's see, has he improved, or is Jerome Hatch the better fighter still?
We're going to answer a lot of questions tonight. It's your main event. Check it out.
Both these guys feel like they have come a long way since the last time they fought one another. Chavez, though, says, you know, lately I've just been working. You know, I've been working a lot, and I don't really get an opportunity to train, but I'm starting to understand the fight game a lot better. I'm starting to understand the positioning and all that stuff that I didn't know that much about. Jerome Hatch, 5'11", 185 pounds. He is the Chavez going up against the Sugarloaf. I got nothing but love for this kid, man. He is really starting to grow into a great fighter, and he and I have gotten to be pretty good friends as well. 5'7", 185 pounds. Trained over at the Ultimate Combat Training Center, a place that he takes great pride in. That's he's very proud to be a member of the Combat Cartel team over there, and he's represented himself very well. He's a little pasty, I'll give you that. Oh, that was a pretty solid knee and a nice right hand by Jerome Hatch. Oh, nice counters. Look at Crisman landing some nice shots in return. This is good action here, folks. I think both these guys wanted it, but at the same time, neither one of them did, because this is what they both like to do. But both these guys can land some heavy leather, and you're only going to be able to do that for only so long before it ends up on the ground.
Well, Chavez there went for the guillotine right there. He beat the blanket part he did, and Sugarloaf is having none of that.
Sugarloaf said, "Oh, no, you didn't." Yeah, I think it's kind of funny to see old Sugarloaf there. He's got the Combat Cartel shorts on. If you look real close, it used to say Statewide Bell Bonds Combat Cartel, but then Statewide flaked on him, so they scribbled it out with magic marker. That sure does. Got me a black magic marker and scribbled your name off.
I like this fight, though, Mike. Toe-to-toe action between two brawlers. Nothing pretty.
Oh, there's nothing pretty about either one of these two, you know, other than they're getting prettier, I should say. I mean, their punches, they're not wild punches. It's just, these guys are just, as you mentioned, they're junkyard dogs, both of them. Those girls at West Jordan High School were pretty tough, weren't they? That one took you the distance. All 3 seconds of it. Oh, baby.
There we go. Sugarloaf's on top. Got 1 minute left in the match. I like when he's pinning Jerome matches.
You like that? He is improving. He is improving. He's leaving a lot of appendages behind, though. If somebody were good at submission from underneath, he might be in a little bit of trouble. But you see old Chavez, he's just kind of hanging out there, taking some shots and not really looking to submit. Well, he just did just that. What do you say, Phil? He must have been listening. And not only did he pass, now he's taking mount. And that's an ugly arm lock attempt, but it was an arm lock attempt nonetheless. I'll tell you what I didn't like about that is he had such great position. He had Chavez's back, and he could have really done some damage, but instead, he tried to go for that arm lock, which didn't work out so well for him. This crowd is going absolutely crazy because there are a lot of Sugarloaf fans in the house, but there are also a lot of Chavez fans in the house, a testament to what a cool couple of cucumbers these guys are. Speaking of cucumbers, I don't even know what that means. I do. I know it's round number 2. All right, they're ready to rock and roll here in round number 2, and you see just what Chavez likes to do. He's looking for the fences right here, man. He's throwing those punches with no good intentions on him. He said, you know, that first round was too much work. I'm going to get this thing over with.
Yeah, he went swinging for the fences. He missed, though. Sugarloaf a little wise to what Jerome Hatch's tricks are, Mike. Oh, Sugarloaf with some foot stomps.
Whoa, Sugarloaf bringing out all the weapons he's got in his arsenal.
He definitely has improved his game, Mike, but he just ate some shots there. This could be it for the Sugarloaf.
Oh, he's just wobbling. He ain't going down. I'll tell you what, though. So Jerome Hatch sensed some blood there and was really looking to take him out and didn't quite get it. This is a little reminiscent of what happened the last time Jerome Hatch fought a teammate of Mike Crisman's. He got a guillotine choke early in the second round and put him out.
Yeah, he stomped that blanket party down, Mike. But Sugarloaf, very smart, very composed. Jerome Hatch going for his 3rd guillotine.
Oh, man.
Sugarloaf had none of it.
He had none of it. He landed some huge elbow strikes right there. And I know Jerome Hatch felt those. And there goes another very feeble arm lock attempt by my man, Mike Crisman.
I'd hate to see Mike Crisman's jiu-jitsu coach after watching this fight, because he's going to be giving Crisman some lessons.
He's not going to have to, because Crisman's paying the price right now for those lousy arm locks.
Dave about ready to jump in. He thinks Sugarloaf is hurt.
Yeah,
he's not hurt. He just looks dazed and confused all the time anyways.
He always looks that way.
Oh, nice reversal.
Especially when women are around. Have you noticed? It's like a deer in the headlights.
Oh, nice reversal by the Sugarloaf. He's on top of Jerome Hatch here, and let's see the Sugarloaf go to work.
Or he can camp out in the guard of Jerome Hatch. Remember a moment ago you were talking about Mike should be looking to pass here. He should be looking to improve his position rather than glomming on and rather than trying to throw strikes from here. His first inclination should be to get past his guard. Would you not agree?
Yeah, that's right, Mike. I mean, Jerome Hatch's guard is not closed.
No.
It's not. He's not holding him in it.
It's a passable guard.
I would like to see the Sugarloaf do 2 things. A, get a tan. B, pass the guard.
And
pass the guard, Sugarloaf.
And
do
C,
it.
get some new shorts.
30 seconds.
He's kind of passing. I mean, I don't know what Sugarloaf's waiting for there. Hatch's legs are wide open. He's not even holding him in the half guard or the guard.
This is what he was doing. He was setting this up. He's got his back. And he doesn't.
Sugarloaf, get your hooks in. Sugarloaf.
And see, he knows better than that. But Jerome Hatch going to finish this round up on top, and he's got just enough time to posture up and throw a couple shots, but I don't think he's going to. You guys are out of gas. We're going to see a 3rd round, unbelievably so, folks, and both these guys having a little bit of difficulty picking their butts up off the mat right there. Sugarloaf moving in slow-mo.
Oh, my God. That was a good fight, though. I mean, they're going at it. What are we talking about?
Anyway, round number 3 on its way, and looks like she's ready for it to go. Well, she'll be here when you get back. Welcome back to the Ultimate Combat Experience. If you're just joining us, we are in the middle of our main event, round 3 of 3 between Jerome Hatch and Mike Crisman, and this is pretty much what this whole fight has been, non-stop punching from both these guys. Both of them have landed shots, both of them have delivered shots. Neither one of them seem to want to go away. Right here, Mike Crisman getting the big takedown, which was very important for him, and now he is laying it on the face of Jerome Hatch.
Oh, Mike, he's got Jerome Hatch in a front headlock, and he had his arm trapped, but the Sugarloaf up a little too high. Jerome Hatch trying to crawl out the back door there. Turn, Sugar, turn!
I think that might have been the last hurrah for Jerome Hatch. I just saw his gas tank go right on to empty. He was really giving a struggle there for a minute, and you could just see when he just said, you know what, I'm tired. Well, you know what, he's not done just yet. Well, maybe he is.
Oh, Sugarloaf on top and the side. Like to see Sugar get onto the full mount and just really try and finish this fight. Jerome Hatch crawling up the cage. He's going to get out, Mike. He's going to get out. Nope. Nope. Sugar shutting the door.
Sugar shut the door on the back door. You know,
Sugarloaf just kind of...
you would normally complain when action gets this slow and sloppy, but these guys have really put on one hell of a show tonight from start to finish, and this is a result of these guys just putting it all out there, not a result of them not being ready for this fight. They definitely were ready, and they both were tested, and they both seemingly passed, but right now, Jerome Hatch's going to have to do something to win this fight.
Yeah, Sugarloaf trying to sneak in a rear naked choke there with no hooks in.
Listen, Phil, he doesn't believe in hooks.
Jiu-jitsu.
Right? No,
he doesn't believe in jiu-jitsu.
He doesn't believe in it.
He doesn't believe in it. He's an anti-jiu-jitsuite, right?
Yeah, well, you know what? It seems to be working. It works. See, and that's why guys do stuff like that, because they get away with stuff like that. Look, he's too tired to get up and act like a monkey. That was the weakest climb of the cage I've ever seen.
I thought Sugarloaf's got more monkey in him than that, Mike.
Oh, man, he's too tired to get down.
Get a tan, Sugarloaf. Get a tan.
You know what, though? I got to say, man, both these guys are two of my really, really good friends. I hate even seeing them punch each other because really great guys. I would like to see Jerome Hatch get up and train with a little UCTC if he lived up a little closer. But Mike Sugarloaf Crisman coming away with a very hard-fought victory this evening.
Personalize your Croc footwear to creatively express your individuality. Choose from more than 1,100 designs at crocs.com.
I come out and try to do my best, and I actually was fighting tonight for my son Henry, and you know he can't make it. Bruce is an amazing man. Hope you're watching this. Hats off to you, brother. So, and also, you know, my twin brother, everybody who stood by me, come out and supported me. Sorry I could let you guys down. And also thanks to Sugarloaf. Talked a lot of smack, but after the first fight, became buddies. So hopefully I can get a third out of him, you know, and let me get a little bit of exercise and conditioning. We'll go third.
Jerome, you didn't let anyone down tonight, and I don't even want to say this to you, but I have to. It's in my contract. Tonight you were good, just not good enough. Please come back and do this again, man. You were so much fun to watch, bro.
You guys can get me in next week. I'll be here next week. So, anytime you guys need somebody to fight, even if it's a couple days notice, let me know. I'll be here.
Skull Candy, the official headphones of the UCE. Check out their complete line of headphones and accessories at skullcandy.com.
We knew going into it this was going to be a battle. I mean, we knew that. The kid's a tough kid, and you guys match up so well. You guys are both just pig-headed and won't go down and won't quit. But you came out with a big win tonight. It's got to feel pretty good.
It feels way good, you know. This morning, I'm the one that pissed excellence. I don't know what he pissed this morning, but I pissed excellence tonight.
What did you poop?
Caviar.
Beautiful. Beautiful, my man.
I told him I was going to give it to him for dinner, and I just did.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I know you two are going to be having a beer in a minute, aren't you?
Oh, hell yeah. You know,
you guys got nothing but mad respect for each other. I've seen the way you've been interacting with one another the last 2 days because you both you're chipped from the same block, aren't you?
Yeah, you know, we're both brawlers. We love to stand and bang. No one will stand with them but me, and I love standing with them because
he likes to bang. Mikey Crisman, great job tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mike. I just got to thank my Combat Cartel fight team. Jerome beat one of my teammates last time. I had to give revenge for him. You know, we'll have a rubber match, you know.
It all comes full circle. Great job, man.
Thank you.
Some questions were answered tonight. Crisman, Sugarloaf getting a little bit better, but Jerome Hatch looking good as well. And really, all night we had some really impressive things going on. The High Desert Hitmen coming all the way out from Elko, Nevada looked really tough. The local guys looked pretty good as well.
Yeah, the local guys did look good, Mike. You know, the Eddie Pelczynski fighting Rod Faucett. There was a loser in that fight, but, you know, there was two winners in that fight, really. Rod Faucett, he made a statement. The Sugarloaf, though, he's chaining. He's changed. He's a real fighter now, Mike.
All right, well, we got a lot of really good fights lined up for you next week as well. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Ultimate Combat Experience. We'll see you next week.